Hey guys, Collar here, bringing you another game from the epic Holy War rivalry between Now Ra and Savior. And this game was actually played in April of 2007. It's 5 months after the MSL semifinals, where Savior beat Now Ra 3-1. And this is a Pro League game played between KTF and CJ. Now Ra being a member of KTF and Savior being a member of CJ Entus, two Pro League teams. And I have to say, they probably set this up to repeat the game 1 of the series, because it is on Shinhan Proleague II again, which is the map that produced that epic match that lasted 50 minutes, and where Savior lost only because Now Ra had hidden 2 pylons. And I have to say, for the rest of the series, Savior showed how dominant he was in every aspect, in macro and in control over his attacks, and in surprise, pulling Guardians out of his hat 2 games in a row in the last the middle 2 games, and then the last game pulling a rush off against Now Ra. And I feel that it's still up to Now Ra to be able to innovate against Savior, who's at the peak of his dominance at this point. And this is, of course, the 2-player map, Shinhan Proleague II, and we have Now Ra here spawning in red at the 1 o'clock, and we have Savior spawning in light blue at the 7 o'clock positions. And on the last time we saw this in Game 1, we saw Now Ra going for a 1-base tech build, actually not going for his natural expansion. And it was interesting because the following 2 games, games 2 and 3, he went for a 12 Nexus. And in game 4, he also went for a 12 Nexus, and Savior defeated it with an overpool rush build. Now Ra making a critical mistake in that game, placing a photon cannon at the bottom of his ramp so his units couldn't get out. And then he had to destroy the photon cannon in order to just free up the path, and that really cost him the game, because Savior just timed the attack perfectly. I don't know how he knew it, but he attacked at the moment when the second photon cannon was down, and managed to take out, slip Zerglings in and take out basically all of the photon cannons and just wipe Now Ra out. And Now Ra once again going for a pylon right next to his Nexus, so he's not going for a fast expand here. This is what he did in Game 1 pretty much of that series. So I hope you guys enjoy that series. I've gotten a lot of good comments about how it was just a great game. And, you know, of course, it's easy to commentate on a good game rather than a sort of more average or mediocre game. So I can't take all the credit for it, but I did really love that series. And I hope you guys get a chance to watch all the games if you're just watching this one. In any case, Now Ra now going for a gateway, actually. He's not going to go for a fast expand at all. So I'm expecting some fast tech here. I'm not sure exactly what Now Ra's up to. Savior looks like he's going to build 12 drones here, and then I'm guessing he's going to go for a standard 12 hatchery build. And it looks like he is going to plant a hatchery at his natural expansion. Now Ra didn't get there fast enough to harass with his probe. That's sometimes a thing that Now Ra likes to do, especially from what we've seen in the last few games in the MSL series. And this is actually the 3rd part of the long rivalry between these players. My series that I did was the MSL semifinals. That was the 2nd part of the Holy War. And the first part was actually the MSL finals 1 season before that, I think in July of 06, when Savior defeated Now Ra and took the title. And Savior now building a spawning pool. Now Ra is going to see this with his probe. And Now Ra is actually building a forge here. He's building a forge in his base. And actually, I really think that could mean some cheese play here. And Now Ra has planted a pylon inside of Savior's base, everyone. He's planted a pylon at the corner of Savior's base. And that's going to give him enough control to build cannons underneath that ramp, underneath that ledge, should he choose to do so. Because I don't think Savior has seen this. If Savior has seen this, he would be attacking it right now. And Savior has no idea what's going on. He's just seeing one gateway. I don't think his overlord spotted the forge yet. But Now Ra going for some serious cheese here. And now Ra has planted a photon cannon right behind the mineral lines of the natural expansion. And Now Ra plants a pylon there. Now Ra's planting a pylon there, and the pylon's blocking the drones from attacking the cannon. And now Savior's in huge trouble here. I don't know if Savior's going to cancel this hatchery or not, because there's no way he can attack that that photon cannon. There's just absolutely no way. He is going to get his Zerglings out, but there's no way he can reach it before that photon cannon comes in, and that pylon blocks the only way of getting to the photon cannon. So Now Ra, really knowing exactly how to play this map perfectly, builds a forge and goes for this amazing cheese here, and that photon cannon is in range of the hatchery there, and it's going to begin to take it down. I'm a little surprised Savior decided not to cancel it. I guess that would have put him behind also, but it wouldn't be putting him as behind as he is now. And Savior now trying to attack the second photon cannon that's warping in here, and Savior building a second colony. It's going to be a race here. Savior does have some Zerglings to distract the photon cannon, but Now Ra needs to target that. He really needs to target that sunken colony before it goes up, because that sunken colony will be able to duel against the photon cannon. And now the Savior going for an attack on the second cannon. Savior's trying to slip around those 2 zealots, but Now Ra has excellent control here. Savior planting another sunken colony down. Savior with 5 5 Zerglings left. The Sun Colony goes up, but the Sun Colony looks like it has some health left. Nara looks like he's getting... Nara takes down the Sun Colony with Zealots, and Nara with 3 Zealots still remaining, and Savior with just 1 Creep Colony. It looks like he only has 1 Zergling left, and I think this is going to be over for Savior. I don't know what Savior can do. He's going to lose his second hatchery here, and yeah, Savior just really can't do anything. He's building a Creep Colony again. This is the 3rd drone, though, that he's invested into Creep Colonies. He has taken down one of the 2 photon cannons that Nara's put up, but he's going to lose his hatchery, I think, no matter what he does. Savior does have about 6 or 7 Zerglings, but that's not going to be enough. And Savior actually just discovering the pylon above the ridge. I think if he actually had decided to attack the pylon instead of attacking... Well, actually, no, it wouldn't have made a difference, actually, because there was a second pylon there to power the cannon, even if the first one went down. And Savior actually getting a sunken colony there, and it's going to be able to prevent a further attack into his main. But at this point, Savior's going to lose that hatchery pretty much no matter what. And Savior desperately trying to take down both pylons here, but it looks like the photon cannon is just worth its weight in gold here, at just killing everything here that's trying to attack it. And the photon cannon is a heroic photon cannon, I have to say. Nara pulling off an amazing cheese play here, placing the pylon within Savior's base, and then using its control to plant that cannon at the perfect position. And now Savior's second hatchery is down here. Savior's down to 1 hatchery. It looks like he only has about 7 or 8 drones, and he just has a couple of Zerglings. And Nara is just going to be able to out-resource Savior really soon and just out-tech him, just outdo Savior in every way possible. I don't know how Savior can come back in this game, but Savior is, of course, a champion, and champions fight to the end. They don't give up. And Savior now trying to bring some Zerglings north, seeing if he can get within Nara's space and do some economic damage of his own. But Nara's already getting a second expansion up, and he has more Zealots than Zerglings on the ground here, and really it's not a good situation. Savior has just a smaller army, and he's sort of contained in his base. And Savior, oh my goodness, Nara's managed to get a Zealot in past the Sun Colonies, and he's in Savior's main here, and I'm sure he's going to be doing some damage. It looks like he killed a drone already, or at least planted it from planting a second hatchery, and Savior has just 1 hatchery to Nara's 2 Nexuses, and that is not a good position for a Zerg player to be in. Just absolutely terrible position. And Savior just desperately trying to do some damage, but it looks like these Zealots are just going to pound down these remaining 6 Zerglings. There's just no way Savior can do anything here. Photon Cannon in the main, but even that was superfluous. Savior, really, I don't even know if he has a second hatchery in his base now, and really, I feel there's absolutely no way for Savior to come back in this game. He has very few drones mining. I think, he could have GG'd now, but this rivalry has just become so... I mean, just such an intense rivalry that I think that's the reason why Savior decided not to GG, because he just wants to play this out. I'm not sure if either player is taking it personally. I think Savior really doesn't get disturbed that much by defeat, except when it's to the hands of someone who's really annoying, like Firebat Hero, where he did display a little bit of emotion after he lost. But Nara also being quite a veteran player, I don't think it's personal. But anyway, both these players are involved in a rivalry that the fans enjoy, and so they're definitely fighting it to the end here. And Savior actually going for an attack here against the photon cannons. Might take that cannon down, might do some damage. Nara now pounding away at the sunken colony. Savior actually going to take down some probes here, so Savior cracking the door a little bit, opening to... but, at this point, I really can't provide any false hope for Savior, because Nara is just so far ahead. He's going to lose... a couple of probes, but Savior's Zerglings just aren't doing much. Nara has a Stargate up now, and Savior's going to have absolutely nothing to stop Nara from killing all of his Overlord, just killing his entire control, and Savior's just not going to produce any units. Savior has no gas yet, and just 1 sunken defending his main here. Actually, he's managed to get a hatchery at the 5 o'clock position, but Nara has spotted it, and Nara can just bring any kind of attack force there to kill it before it fully morphs in, or even afterwards. Now we're getting a second Stargate here. I mean, he could go for anything. He could go for scouts even, if he really wants to. And actually, with 2 Stargates, I don't know. Maybe he is going for scouts. Who knows? That would be a little bit of a humiliation play, I guess, or whatever. Savior desperately just trying to take it down, try to keep the cannon busy while he morphs a sunken colony and tries to take his natural back. But actually, that's really clever by Savior, using the Zerglings to get the cannon to attack them instead of attacking the sunken. Sunken comes up, and it's going to be a fight between a sunken and a photon cannon here. Actually, Savior with a couple of Zerglings in the back there finally takes out that 1 cannon that's been preventing him from getting his natural. And Nara has planted another photon cannon next to Savior's new expansion. Nara has his Corsairs out, and he's going to be killing Overlords left and right now. Savior, of course, has nothing that can shoot air units down, and Nara also getting Yeah, Nara is going to cannon in the second expansion here at the 5 o'clock, and in some ways Nara is sort of toying with Savior here, just saying, I've already defeated you, but since you're gonna continue fighting me, I'm gonna just be cheesy here and plant cannons around your base and cannon you to death. And really, there's not much Savior can do with just Zerglings. He just was so far behind right after. I mean, ever since the beginning of the game, Savior just really had no chance, basically. Savior's going to try to get up to assist here, but looks like these two Zealots on the ramp are holding him off, and Savior realizing he's getting cannoned in. GG's, Savior GG's. Great game between these two players. Nara just pulling off an amazing cheese play. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to cut this off because I don't want to be past one video length. But check out sc2gg.com and leave suggestions. Please leave suggestions about what you want to see next. And Nara getting congratulated here. And this rivalry goes on, everyone. The Holy War goes on. Thanks for watching.